From the frame of our in-depth thinking, we have the pleasure to expose this catalyst that will capture your imaginations, warm your feelings, and stir your emotions. It's called the ingredients of the most amazing moments that the documentaries have ever recorded. Gishagi and Madhari slums lie in the heart of Ngong town. The slums are home to over 14,000 families. Poverty has continued to grip these families as the cost of living continues to go up. Children in these slums remain vulnerable, and more so, it is the girl child who suffers most, with many being forced into prostitution and early marriages. Huruma Children's Home began in 1989 when the Kamaus opened their doors to destitute and orphan children of all ages out of compassion for them. Their desire was to make a small heaven for these children, where the children receive love, shelter, education, and most of all, acceptance.
This is a story which started when I was only 27 years. When God healed me.
So when I knew the home in 1992, it was there were 10 children, and it was a mud house. There was a lot of problems. Food was a challenge. And because it was a mud house, there were also jiggers. Housing was a problem. Even bedding was a problem.
For we have got triple deckers, but the children share. And it is my prayer that on September, we are going to move the boys out to this new building, which has got 2 units. And in the house, we have got 4 rooms, and there are 5 toilets. We've got even a dining, and we shall have each room a house mother who will be staying with those children. Right now we are finishing the block of boys. The girls are still going to remain with me in the house. And I pray that next year on September, we shall move them. And then we shall do another 3 for children from the slums, so who really have got a pathetic place to stay. But if they are given a chance, they can be very, very great people.
We sleep in pairs. Like when we want to do some things, like we want to play our games or skits, anything that we want to play in the room, dancing or even watching movies is so congested.
Even though we are sharing bedrooms, it's better than to live in the streets. So it's fine, but if only it was extended there'll be much space for us to have fun. Sometimes we feel like dancing, but the room is so much congested.
Mama Zipporah recently walked for 40 kilometers from Ngong town to Nairobi to fundraise for the building of dormitories at the home. The home urgently requires some expansions to accommodate the rising number of children. A dormitory is in its phase 1, and our prayer is that God will raise up men and women of God to partner with the home to offer these children a decent place to live.
I just feel my legs are paining a little, but I've prayed God to make it. Yeah.
And are you enjoying?
I am enjoying myself. I heard everyone is forcing me to enter the car, but I'm telling them not. Now I've done 10 kilometers.
We've come to walk with Mama Zipporah today to help build Huruma Children's Home. We wanted to be there with the children. We were here last summer, and I've gotten to meet up with many of my friends from last summer that I met, and we'll catch up and meet many more today.
And we have come to walk with Mama Zipporah's children to raise money for her dormitories. I was freezing cold, and I looked at all these children that were persevering, and if they could persevere, then I told myself I could too. So as long as my body will let me, God will sustain me, I'm going to the finish line.
I have a ride back if I get to the finish line. But so I think I have to.
2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 10 all through to 15. Now he who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food will also supply and increase your store of seed, and will enlarge the harvest of your righteousness. You will be made rich in every way, so that you can be generous on every occasion, and through us your generosity will result in thanksgiving to God. This service that you perform is not only supplying the needs of God's people, but it's also overflowing in many expressions of thanks to God.
I believe that the dormitories are a need here at the home. There are a lot of children sleeping in a condensed area, and with the new dormitories being built, I think that would give them a lot more space to be comfortable and have their own time alone. It would give Mama a break, just because there's so many children now. And I also believe that the church is another big project that would be a wonderful thing to have completed, because everyone loves going to church on Sunday, and it's very important to them, and I think it would make them very happy.
I definitely love for anyone who can. I know not everyone is in a situation, as much as everyone would love to support, they can't, but I mean anything helps, I think. Whether it be donations of food that can last them even a week is really important. Any money towards, it's going to a good place. They're doing things here, they're being proactive, they're building dorms, they're building a new church, and your money is going to a good place, and I think that these kids really deserve it.
I am growing old with age, and sometimes I want peace. I need them to go into their house. I need them to give them to other mothers so that they can care for them. In our home we have got a home school. And it is our prayer when we finish the dorms, also they'll be able to create sustainability in our home. So that even if there won't be anybody who can be able to be a mother, Huruma won't die, and Huruma will continue.
They are creating awareness to potential donors, because as you know, bringing up a child from childhood through education, some of them have gone through Huruma Children's Home up to university level. So you can imagine the expenses. So as they create the awareness, my wish to them also is that they will be successful in raising the funds necessary to see them through their daily expenses.
Pray for me that I'll be faithful to him. Pray for me as I bring up teenagers now, that I'll be able to understand them, and that he will come together. We shall bring them up together. I just want to say thank you so much.
Many of these children have their own incredible stories of hardships they have lived through, as well as their own testimonies of how God spared them from a life of fear and uncertainty. Their hearts are full of gratitude to God and all that have become a blessing in their lives through partnering with Mama Zipporah.